Good evening. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Mrs. Richards, roll call, please.
President Kaler, members of the board, we have 4 board members with us this evening.
Thank you so much. We are going to have a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, 2.1. I move that we approve the agenda.
Second.
Any questions or concerns? All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. Also, Mrs. Richards filling in for Dr. Foley tonight. Our superintendent's report.
Good evening, President Kaler, members of the board. We're excited to host our first superintendent's visit this school year. We'll be going to Coronado Elementary, and they're going to show off all the great programs, kids, and teachers they have, and we're hoping you're able to join us. On Monday, August 29th, will be the East Valley School Board's Consortium meeting hosted by Mesa Public Schools. And I believe a lot of people are going to work to attend that event. September 7th through 9th is the ASBA Annual Law Conference. So members from district and the school board will be attending that. Then our next governing board meeting will be on September 21st here in this boardroom at 5 p.m.
Thank you so much. Board comments?
President Kaler.
Mrs. Wilson.
I was able to go to the Unified football game last night at Williamsfield, and it was absolutely fantastic. Those kids just did a great job. And Mrs. Reese and I also were able to attend the media night at Williamsfield on Friday and got an awesome tour by Mrs. Bug of all the facilities, and the mayor appeared, so it was so nice to see everyone. Thank you.
Yes, I heard it was a great event. Always is. Any other comments? All right, moving on. No request to speak. I'm going to move on then to consent agenda items. I move that we approve consent agenda items 6.1 to 6.15.
Second.
Questions, comments, or concerns? I think I have one. Sorry, let me get there.
I think there's some thank yous, President Kaler.
Yes, we always like to acknowledge the gifts and the donations that we received. The Parents United Football Boosters for a big trip for our Higley High School that they are taking. Chaparral PTO, they added some playground additions, which is always a hit at the schools. Chartwell's always being kind and generous to us. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate you. And Compass Group USA, they also helped us with our Higley Veterans Day coins. So those are all shout outs and thank yous. Anything else?
No, I just extra kudos to Chaparral PTO because they did the water fountains earlier this year. It seems like they're raising a lot of money over there.
Very nice. Generous community that we live in. We're grateful. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. And are we going to introduce? Yes.
President Kaler, members of the board, we call this the fun stuff. You're going to get an update on our community education department. Providing this update is Ms. Heidi Lindsay, your new Executive Director of Elementary Education, and also Kimberly Ohanian. She's your Assistant Director of Community Ed.
Ladies, I'm going to pause just for a second. I want to introduce our new board secretary that we just approved on consent agenda. So Christine, would you please stand up and be recognized? Christine is a longtime Higley employee, and she knows our systems and she's skill set, and she's been passionate about kids in education. So we are grateful for you to move desks and locations. Thank you. Okay, sorry, ladies. Please go.
Good evening, President Kaler and members of the board. I'm Heidi Lindsay, Executive Director of Elementary Education, and I'm proud to be here with Kimberly Ohanian, our Assistant Director of Community Education. Kimberly joined HUSD just over a year ago, and she's done a fantastic job growing our community ed program. I'd also like to acknowledge her leadership team listed up on the screen, as the entire community education staff. They all work super hard.
Oh, he's gonna kill me. No, job.
Is it this one? Thank you,
See, you should
Curtis.
just do it, Curtis. You do so well. All right. Thank you, Heidi, and good evening, President Kaler and members of the board. I'm excited to be able to share an overview of Higley's community education program. Tonight, we'll be providing information on various aspects of our program, including Kids Club, camps, enrichment, courses and clubs, and community enrichment sports K through 12. Our students are the heart of our district, and community education is a true example of how we build connections within our community to provide opportunities for our students to flourish outside of the classroom. As you know, connections is one of our core values.
With safety and security being on the forefront of our district, we continue to refine and review procedures within community education. Kimberly has worked closely with James Walker on this effort this year. Community education programs utilize single-point entry and are equipped with Ring doorbells, giving staff a visual both at drop-off and pickup. Staff are also checking IDs and ensuring that the perimeter doors and gates are locked. They are equipped with two-way radios, and we also are incorporating monthly lockdown and fire drill routine and procedures.
Kids Club is a before and after school care program offered at each elementary school and both of our pre-K sites. We are open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. with a break for the regular school day. We are licensed by the Arizona Department of Health Services. In accordance with our license, each employee is required to obtain 18 hours of training each year, which we exceed at Higley. Each of our locations follow a ratio of 1 employee to every student and a 1-to-12 ratio for the pre-K. We are proud to end our last school year with 1,477 registrations. This year, on our first day of school, we had 983 students enrolled in Kids Club. Compared to last year on the first day of school, we had 466. We are actively hiring to accommodate our wait list. As anchor number 2 states from our district strategic plan, highly effective personnel. The goal is to establish a climate and culture that sustains excellence and retains high-quality employees. We have new hires trained at a different site for 3 to 5 days based on their position. We need them to be ready and equipped to care for our students. As you're aware, our district follows a modified school year calendar. Here is a look at the participation for the 2-week break and summer intercession camps. We ended last year with 1,248 total registrations for these camps. I am really proud of our community ed team as we continue to enhance our camps and experiences for the students. During our camp, we utilize 15 to 20 rooms at each school, and these rooms are rooms with purpose. For example, This fall, we already have planned a kindness room, a contest room, a ballroom, which is our AKA dance room, and a candyology room. One of the rooms with purpose is designed to prepare for our Friday-themed pep assemblies, which our students create banners, songs, mascots, etc., to go on along with our weekly themes. The second picture shows the house from the movie Up that our students created for this pep assembly. The third picture, this shows a pep assembly in which a couple of our staff members were recognized by the students for their kindness. Of course, we also recognize our students during these rallies too. Here's Colby being recognized in the fourth picture. Finally, I'd like to highlight one of our field trips. We partnered with the Wild Things bus this summer, and our students got to engage on hands-on experiences. Here are a few of our brave students holding some creatures from the bus. And by popular demand, the Wild Thing bus is coming back for fall camp in a few weeks. Community education offers after-school enrichment clubs and courses. These site-specific opportunities are led by district employees, mostly teachers, who want to extend that educational opportunities outside the regular school day. By providing these extracurricular opportunities, including physical activity, we are making a purposeful connection to our strategic anchor, number one, in building our healthy Higley community. Our Higley Sports League, HYSL, is a recreational sports league that offers basketball 3rd through 6th, soccer K2, volleyball 3rd through 6th, and flag football K2. These are represented each quarter. Our cheer program, this includes kindergarten through 6th grade, and our season extends from October to March, ending with the showcase right before our spring intersession. Our focus is player development, skill building, teamwork, and fun. For quarter one, Power Ranch has been our HYSL site that hosts practices and games, Monday evenings and on Saturday mornings. We are working to expand our HYSL to host sports at multiple elementary sites. This was our model pre-pandemic, and while we tried to reinstate that model last year, participation was low. Therefore, we modified to host just at the one site and to start our school year off to ensure that all students who signed up to play a sport would have that opportunity to do so. There has been some request within our HUSD community to return to school-hosted teams and events. This is our goal. We currently are initiating a campaign, including an infomercial, some promotional flyers, and going to the grassroots efforts to recruit coaches and participants to represent their home school. A huge thank you to all of our staff and our volunteer parents that do coach within our HYSL. Community education at our middle school and high school level include off-season sports in the form of camps and clinics, as well as other enrichment courses. This slide highlights some of those opportunities. We'd like to continue to grow these offerings and continue to build secondary programs. While we recognize we are competing with multiple extracurricular opportunities that the middle school and high school students do have to choose from outside of community education.
While community education has made great strides, we have a mindset of continuous improvement. In support of our Healthy Higley initiative, we are striving to grow the Higley Youth Sports League by hosting sports at more school sites, as Kimberly just shared. As we shared before, we are actively recruiting coaches, so here's another plug for our community. If you're interested in coaching, please contact us through our community education website. We also want to expand our after-school enrichment clubs and courses to provide more choices for our students K through 12. And we want to provide opportunities for our staff to get in on the fun. We are planning an intramural district employee softball league to kick off this coming spring. Finally, as expenses continue to rise, we are conducting a cost analysis on registration fees for our various program offerings, including Kids Club. Working with our district's financial team, we will bring back this analysis along with a proposal and recommendation in November for your consideration. As we wrap up this informational session, we'd be amiss if we didn't publicly acknowledge all the hardworking people in community education. We thank our Kids Club and camp site leads and staff, our teachers and staff that teach the enrichment clubs and courses, and all of the staff and parent volunteers that coach sports in HYSL. We appreciate each of them, and we thank you, President Kaler, and members of the board for your time tonight.
Thank you so much, ladies, for a great presentation. And again, thank you for highlighting that we are working hard to reinstate a lot of those activities that did kind of completely stop during COVID. And now that interest is coming back. So thank you very much for highlighting that so that our community can hear. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Any questions? Mrs. Schultz.
Can you just clarify on when you're looking for the coaches in the community, it's paid coaches, correct, or no?
Volunteer parents.
Volunteer, okay. But we pay the teachers? I'm confused.
Paying employees that coach for HYSL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So it's not volunteer or it is volunteer?
Excuse me?
The coaches are paid or not paid?
Yes.
Okay,
Coaches that are employees are paid at
Okay.
this point. Yeah,
okay.
Parents are not, but coaches are.
correct.
And then how full is Kids Club right now? Are we turning kids away or where are we at with that?
This morning, we started with a wait list of just about 120. We went through and called and emailed individual families, and we're able to get that down to 77 this afternoon. So we're working on it every day, and of course, bringing in those extra staff
And
members
how
as
many
well.
kindergartners did you get in today?
8.
Yes. And they enrolled in our schools, so it's a double win.
Because the parents needed the after school before they could, okay, awesome. And so hopefully we can find a place for those 70s. It's just staffing, is that, okay.
Ms. Ohanian is running as fast as she can. I appreciate her so much. Like, she's transformed this program with her team and the leadership. So, yeah, we have a lot of people that are wanting to come. Some of our workers are college students.
Oh.
So they're transitioning back. So she's filling those slots as fast as she can.
Awesome. Yeah, the program sounds amazing except for the snakes. I'm out on the snakes.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the truck myself, but the kids love it.
Yes.
Sorry, Mrs. Anderson. Any other questions, Mrs. Schultz?
One thing, the safety, you had mentioned that you worked with Mr. Walker on the safety and how that's changed from previous years. So I know that when you go to the schools, after schools, you used to just be able to get into the school, and then now that's completely different, correct?
Correct, yes. Yeah, they come up to, we have one main entrance for our kids club, and they'll come up to that door and utilize the Ring doorbell. And then we also have our cell phone for that site posted out there as well for them to contact us when they're there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Mrs. Wilson?
Have we talked to high school kids? Can we utilize high school kids to come in like after school and do that? And
Yes.
have we utilized in those classrooms, especially like the early childhood education classrooms? Have we went into those and kind of tried to push helping in that way?
Yes, I partner with both of the teachers at Williamsfield and Higley that do teach that course, and we have tons of recommendations that come from them as well.
Okay, great.
But again,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
working with the
thinking
high
like-
school schedule.
And I'm also thinking like morning announcements, because I would assume after school is the time that we need the most people. I would assume
Yes.
before school is a little easier, but that's just my assumption.
Right, for the student workers, they mainly just stick to the after-school
Right.
portion of it.
And then I was thinking, like, just make the announcements at our high schools as a way to maybe, put it on the Friday announcement
Yeah,
situation.
definitely.
That might be a way to advertise. And then also, I was at the preschool orientation a few weeks ago, and they mentioned having breakfast back, and they were some parents were looking for that breakfast, and I don't know if that's something, but I just thought I'd throw that out there, that they were looking for it, and if that could possibly be something you guys look into, that would be great, but I understand the feasibility sometimes isn't there. So thank you.
We can definitely follow up.
Just really fast to piggyback on Ms. Wilson's. How old do you have to be as far as the high school? Is it 16, 15?
Yes.
16. Okay, just wanted to confirm. Thank you.
Yes, it's been fun to see on the supplementals when I see the kids' names that have graduated, and then they come work for us in the summer, but then we're grateful too, they go off to college, and then I've seen the list name, even Mrs. Miller's own sons and daughters have worked in Kids Club, and I've seen their name when they get hired and then when they go off to college. So, yes, we can definitely talk to our high schoolers. But thank you, ladies. Great presentation.
Thank you.
Appreciate you and your team. All right, it is happening. Here it is. I move that we're on 8.1. I move that the governing board approves GMP number 2 in the amount of $632,870 for the Higley High School project to Chase building team.
Second.
Comments, questions? I think we've gone over this enough.
President Kaler, if I could say.
Mr. Tyler,
Yeah.
Mr.
President
Tyler Moore,
Kaler,
please.
members of the board, yeah, this has been a lot of work since last November. I do want to acknowledge DLR, who's not in attendance, but also Chase Building, Mr. Patrick Shepard, our project manager, for putting this together and getting us some guaranteed pricing in the state of supply chain issues and everything we're experiencing as part of the greater, I guess, world of purchasing and buying things. So supply chain issues amongst those, especially with building equipment. So they've done a lot of work to get this GMP to us, and this is the guaranteed maximum price for the building. And so we are going to be breaking ground as well on September 6th. We do have a groundbreaking ceremony from 8:30 to 9:30 at Higley Unified. So we do hope that the governing board can join us there and celebrate this exciting endeavor for Higley High School. So,
Yes, thank you, Mr. Moore. We have our invitation, so thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries 4-0. I heard her, even though her microphone didn't go on. Mrs. Schultz said aye. All right, we are moving on to upcoming future agenda items. As you can see, these are some of the items that Dr. Foley has shared with us, but there's also other things. Of course, in November, we start to look at next year's course guides and things like that. So there's a lot upcoming in the fall. Is there anything else the board would like to see on an upcoming meeting? We're good? Very good. I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries, and have a good evening.